Back now with some music, and this time we are turning up the bass.
If you're a true fan of smooth jazz, music lovers can identify it right away by that smooth as butter flowing like water groove that's pleasing to the ear. So our musical guest today is a powerhouse who is keeping those rhythmic vibes strong. Let's welcome Carla Leal. Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So I have to laugh. You know, we were listening to a little bit of your sound check. You are absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we appreciate you being here. All right, so I want you to tell me about your musical journey.
Well, you know, I listened to a lot of smooth jazz when I was younger. And keyword listen.
Yes, yes.
So, you know, I was actually going to school for engineering. And then my pastor, he came up to me while I was in college, and he was like, you have the gift to play the bass guitar, and you need to go get a bass. And I was like, okay, let me go get it.
Right, right.
And so I ended up teaching myself how to play and started playing in the church, and it was all history from there.
Oh, my goodness. Now, I'm a huge fan of bass players. I told you that earlier. And I'd like to know, who were some of your influences early on?
Well, I love Norman Brown, even though he's not a bassist, he's a guitarist, but that was just my guy.
Right.
And so melodically, he's, you know, phenomenal. And then as far as bass players, it's Marcus Miller.
Yes.
And Hadrian Farad.
Wow, my goodness. Okay, so I was teasing you earlier. You know, as women, we like shoes. How many basses do you actually have?
I have 8.
And do they all have names?
Well, one is Sasha.
That's okay.
I call her, that's the Ken Smith. So
I
that's
got
Sasha.
you. So they're different types of basses, if you will, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple of, I have one Ken Smith, I have a couple of Ibanez's, I have MTD, that's the bass I'm playing today. I have 2 performances. So yeah, the list just keeps growing.
How do you balance your daily life, you know, in the world of engineering and being a musician? How do you juggle those both?
Time management, emphasis on time.
Right.
So I have a great husband who is supportive. And so when I am on a gig and touring, he picks up the slack, he cooks, he cleans, hallelujah.
Oh my God, that's pretty funny.
He just takes care of the household when I'm absent.
And you know, I can totally relate. My mother was a musician, and my father, he held down our household while she was out playing. So I totally understand that. I really do.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me about your future projects, please.
Yes. So I have an album coming out next year. I have released one last year. I have a single coming out in August of this year, and I'm getting ready to tour and play live.
Well, you know what? I really appreciate you being here today. Are you going to play a little something before you leave?
I am.
All right, please get to it.